Her thoughts on how to address illicit tobacco trade through sound policy measures anchored on public health. We want to welcome our chairperson of the Senate Committee on Health Demography. Matagal na po natin itong champion. At salamat po, Ma'am Risa, at nandito kayo at pinaunlakan ninyo ang aming imbitasyon. She is the current chairperson of the Senate Committee on Health Demography. She has been our longtime partner. She is a health champion through and through. So, ma'am, maraming salamat po. We welcome you po today. Maraming salamat.
So, magandang araw po sa lahat. Mayor, Vice Mayor Beng, Roberto, all colleagues here in this media launch. Salamat sa Diyos at ligtas tayong lahat na nandito matapos ang bagyo o mga bagyo at lindol. Ilagay po natin sa ating mga panalangin yung ating mga kababayan na nasalanta nitong mga nagdaang natural and human-made or human-exacerbated disasters. Friends, mga kasama, salamat at nandito kayo lahat. I'd like to give my heartfelt appreciation to the Action for Economic Reform for conducting this important study on illicit tobacco trade in the country. My gratitude also goes out to their partners, the Johns Hopkins University Bloomberg School of Public Health and Economics for Health, and other partners, including Roberto's, the World Bank. This study affirms that stricter implementation of existing regulations and stronger policies, not tax cuts, are crucial in combating illicit tobacco trade. In fact, lowering taxes, especially at this point when our economy is struggling and government needs revenues, may not be a good idea. Habang binabaybay ko po ang study, di ko matanggap na habang papataas ang smoking prevalence sa bansa, siya rin namang pagbaba ng excise tax revenues mula sa tobacco products. Obvious naman siguro sa atin kung ano ang nangyayari dito. Tobacco smugglers are reaping huge profits at the expense of the health of Filipinos and the healthcare system of the Philippines. Sinusunog nila ang buhay at kalusugan ng ating bayan at ng ating mga kababayan kapalit ang salapi. Buhay ang ipinambabayan sa bawat sigarilyo pinagbibili sa mga sari-sari store ng mas mababa sa legal floor price. Ito'y buhay na mas malusog at mas matagal sana kung hindi ginawang mas abot kaya pa ang tobacco products dahil sa smuggling. The missing revenues from excise taxes because of the illicit tobacco trade are also compensated for by the lives of our countrymen and women. These taxes could have prevented people from starting smoking through anti-smoking campaigns. They could have been used to provide access to essential medicines. They could have been given to a patient to cover the cost of his or her hospitalization. Hindi ito ang pinangarap natin ng ating itulak at ipasa ang Universal Healthcare Law. These lost revenues bring us farther away from the realization of universal healthcare. Gaya ng sinabi ko, matagal nyo na po akong kaisa sa mga health reforms at maaasahan ninyo na mananatili akong kaisa ninyo sa paghahanap ng solusyon sa lumalaganap na problema ng illicit tobacco trade. As chairperson, again, of the Senate Committee on Health and Demography, I commit to studying the proposals put forward by the AER in its paper, including the enactment of new policies that will strengthen regulations against illicit tobacco and prevent these harmful products from ever coming to our shores. We must remember that this fight is not just about protecting our revenues. It is about protecting our people. Hindi natin pwedeng hayaang mabawi ng mga smuggler at ng tobacco industry ang mga tagumpay na pinaghirapan ng ating mga health advocates at ng sambayan ng Pilipino. Naniniwala ako na kung magtutulungan pa rin tayo, policymakers, civil society, researchers, and citizens alike, we can curb illicit trade, strengthen our health systems, and secure a healthier, more equitable future for all Filipinos. Sama-sama po nating itaguyod ang isang lipunang may malasakit, kalusugan, at katarungan. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay ang bawat Pilipinong lumalaban para sa kalusugan ng ating bayan.